it's not just blame that's on our shoulders, but responsibility. That the world has become so technologically complex, has become so socially complex, we have so many people, that we can't simply rely on the natural world to be enough.
The major focus has to be on addressing people who don't generally spend their time actually actively looking for information on long-term future technology.
What is that future that we want? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What is it telling us? Why do we want it? We have to think about who we want to become. What is this aspect of life in ourselves that we want to prolong and to continue living?
In Europe and in America both, especially in Europe, a lot of technology and environmental decisions have been based either explicitly or implicitly on something called the precautionary principle, which essentially says that you should not employ any new technology, shouldn't allow any new technology, unless you can prove that it be completely safe beforehand. There's versions of it, but that's the basic idea. Whereas one person summed it up quite nicely: don't ever do anything for the first time. Which is, of course, an absurd principle and impossible to actually act on. We can't guarantee that any technology will have no bad effects.
Scenario building that science fiction writers do is just a formalization and a kind of a unfolding of processes that we use all the time in our daily lives, and we also use in economics frequently, which is very much of a futures enterprise.
So it's a major effort to bring together all of the people who have an interest in topics that relate to body and brain, and in moving us forward, continuing the evolution of our species in a sense, so that we have more adaptability, so that we can achieve more and live in more different places, face more challenges, because it's really about how do all of us move forward, how do we get the best out of the opportunity that's here right now, the opportunity to use the global infrastructure we have, the global economy that currently still exists, shaky as it is, and the global science that's available to point at the big problems and look at it from a really big perspective.
I've been writing about technology for a number of years. I frequently speak at technology conferences. Humans have been chasing the dream of immortality forever. If you look through our literature and our stories and our myths, we've been obsessed with this topic for since the beginning of time.